Do not despair. My beloved and dear friend, Mr. Z. Shazar, who has set his heart to be drawn to the real truth that redeems from all the afflictions. Happy is your portion, blessing and peace and kindness for length of days. Through the simple talk of the tzaddik, a great light is opened up, and then it is easy for people to grasp high wisdoms. When the days are already passing, and the person has reached old age, and the day starts to set, and when he has seen that most of his years have passed, then in most cases, when he wants to start to think about repentance and to come close to God in truth, the Satan becomes powerful and spreads himself out powerfully to block him from the path of life, God forbid, and does not want to let him leave the lusts and their net that he is snared in. And then, this is the main test of the person. Then he must look at himself carefully, at his fate and his end, and strengthen himself, especially to tie himself well to the true tzaddik, who is the aspect of Moses Messiah, who encourages with very great encouragements, immeasurable, priceless, and innumerable, to become strong and to start each time anew, to come close to God as though he was born now, and not to fall from anything in the world. And the main thing is that he must strengthen himself against the aspect of small-mindedness that becomes very powerful against the person and wants to knock him down as though he has no more hope, God forbid. Just know and believe in the words of the true tzaddik, who cried out with a great and strong voice, "There is no despair in the world at all, for God's greatest, for God, for God's greatness is unfathomable, and with the great mercy of the Blessed One, He can transform everything completely, from evil to good, and from sins to merits, through repentance." The words of the true tzaddik, who encourages us greatly always to strengthen ourselves with good desires and yearnings for God in everything that occurs to us, and who informs us that there is no despair in the world at all. These words we must be careful to put into our heart like dew and rain, like dew in rain. For like the dew and the rain that fall drop by drop onto the earth, and afterwards wondrous plants grow from them, so too must we put these words well into the depth of our heart, until they will grow in our heart and will bear good fruits. For we must always listen well to these words about taking encouragement in God, and understand one thing from another. To understand well the hints of the tzaddik. How much we must encourage ourselves always, for it is totally impossible to explain all that would be needed to clarify these words in detail, except by allusion that shows you the way on this path you should go and through this, etc., and hints to take encouragement always in desires and longings and shouting and roaring to God that one sometimes has, and through this one certainly will merit in the end to the complete redemption, to return to God in truth. The main delay of the redemption is only because of dispute, for in every generation there are great and prominent people who have the sparks of Dathan and of Datan and Dathan and Aviram, Dathan and Aviram. See Numbers 16 in them, and they toil to separate people from the true tzaddik, the aspect of Moses, and through this have come about all the afflictions and the destructions of the present time. Even so, you, God, are always exalted, for there also are found in each and every generation true tzaddikim and proper people who depend on the great choice, tzaddik, and are happy to call on him and listen to his advice. And through this will come the complete redemption, sometimes precisely when a person reaches a place very, very low and far from the holiness of Israel. There precisely he will become aroused with a great arousal to God, and there are a number of reasons and aspects relating to this.